Om Shanti, greetings of peace. Peace is a very important quality in our lives, not just peace as in absence of sound and absence of war, but a place inside ourselves that is a place of harmony. And today we are here to honor that which is important in our lives. And one of those things is family. Families are places, are spaces, if you like, that we find ourselves first and foremost. It's a space, it's a place that provides nurture for us. It's a place that brings us a feeling of safety. It's a place that makes us feel that we belong. And they say how belonging is such an important aspect of human nature. Every single one of us need to feel that we belong. Families are a place where we belong, because families are the place where we have been able to learn and grow. We are nurtured first and foremost by our parents, but also we're nurtured by our siblings, our brothers and sisters. But it's a container, if you like. A family is a container in which I can have permission to be myself. A container in which I'm allowed to make mistakes. A container in which I am able to hear my own negativity, if you like, or my own mistakes. And I know that that is not going to be held against me. This is also something that's very important to learn, where I make mistakes, but it's not held against me. And I grew up in India, part of my childhood, and I spent time in an extended family. And then when I went to the West, I learned so much about the value of living in an extended family. And that was that, you know, when you have so many brothers and sisters and cousins and uncles and aunts, and, you know, if your mother tells you off and you're upset about something, you can go to your aunt and she'll console you. Or you have a little fight with one of the cousins and there are 3 or 4 or 5 or 10 others to play with. And this is such an important aspect of family life, where you are held under all circumstances. And what I realized being in the West, growing up partially in the West and growing up in India partially as well, is that having this kind of nurture and this kind of atmosphere, you learn to grow up with much more self-respect and self-worth and value. Whereas if you're growing up in a very small, confined space, where you're not, in a sense, allowed to make mistakes, or if you make a mistake, then there's no one else there to hold you. And so I feel that families have to play an important role in allowing us to grow and learn and understand. And so it's one thing is our own personal family. And because it's such an important thing, when people don't have their own intimate, personal blood relatives, if you like, they go and create spaces where they feel that they belong and are allowed to be themselves. And so my feeling is that we have to honor our families nowadays, when people are so unhappy, there's so much peacelessness in the world. Somehow we've lost the value of this a little bit. Families also become places where there is quarreling and squabbling. And we have to understand and realize that we have to learn the ability to let go of our own mistakes, other people's mistakes, and make that little bit of extra effort to nurture this environment for ourselves as well as for each other. And so as we celebrate the International Day of Family, let's look at our own families. Let's see and let's perhaps commit to how it is that we can bring about an environment of belonging and connection. You know, they also say that as human beings, we're wired for connection. And the first place of connection is with the family, mother, father, siblings, but as well as that, uncles and aunts. And as I said, I really loved being with my uncles and aunts as I was growing up too, because they held me when my parents were not there or not available for one reason or another, because I spent 2 years of my childhood alone here with a relative, and my parents were in Africa at the time. And so it's time to see the respect that's important, the love that's important, the tolerance that we learn with our family, patience that we love with our family. So let's honor, let's nurture, let's observe these qualities and learn to honor these qualities in our lives that we learn through our family. Thank you. Om Shanti.